Hi folks, here's my review of the Pantera gig at the OVO Hydro in Glasgow on Tuesday the 18th of February 2025. My name's Ricky and welcome to my channel, Gig in 60 Seconds. Okay, so let's address the issue that most people were talking about when this gig was announced. Is it Pantera? Should it go ahead? Well, for me, I was happy to go along. I've never seen Pantera. Unfortunately, I was a wee bit young when they went to play Glasgow in 93 and 94. And then I never saw the tickets going on sale for 2000 when they played the Reinventing the Steel album. So for me, this was a bit of a dream come true. It was another band that I didn't think I would get to see. So obviously, there's no Dimebag and there's no Vinnie Paul. So some people are saying, you know, it's not the real Pantera, it's a tribute band, it's 50% of the band, you know, it's not right that they should play. Well, to be honest, for people like myself and others that have never got to see Pantera, look, this was like a godsend. I didn't think this would happen. I didn't think I would get to go and hear Pantera songs being played. So I'm really happy that this has went ahead. I mean, I've been to other bands, the same sort of criticisms labelled when I went and saw Sepultura last year at the Barrowlands. People saying, oh, it's not the same without the Cavalera's in it. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do? You can't turn back time and bring back the band members. So, I mean, in my opinion, you just crack on with it and just live and let be. I mean, there's plenty of people out there, I think, that loved the gig. Judging by the comments, for every hater out there was loads of people saying that they thought the concert was brilliant, they had such a great time, and there's like a whole generation, like Phil Anselmo said it himself, like in the audience, there was like a mixture of youth and older people like myself and even older. And, you know, it's great that they get a chance to hear Pantera songs being played live. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the issue. So I got to the venue about 6:25. I'd been to the Clyde Built Kitchen for something to eat beforehand and racked up 6:25. There was already quite a big queue forming for the general entry, which was 6:30. I, of course, had Club Hydro seats, so there was no queue for me. I just walked straight in and I went to look at the merch. I'd seen it in the van outside, but there's hardly any queue in the merch when I got in. I wasn't overly impressed with the t-shirts and things on offer. However, I did actually buy this t-shirt just because it was a bit different. It was kind of an army green, but I wouldn't lie to you, I didn't buy that inside. I got that after the gig off of the bootleg guys for 20 quid, half the price. I know a lot of people hate that kind of thing, but I don't normally do that, but wasn't going to buy the t-shirt, and my opinion is you forked out for the gig, you've bought the albums, etc. Like, if you want to do that, then do that. It is a lot of money that you're paying. So we got in, the first band on were King Parrot, and to be honest, I'd listened to them beforehand on the playlist and I wasn't overly impressed. So I sat at the bar and got a pint and I could hear them getting played. It wasn't really my thing. They're an Australian hardcore band, and yeah, not my cup of tea at all. So came out and we went and saw Power Trip. They came on about 8:20. I'd listened to them beforehand and I thought they sounded pretty good. Cross between, in my mind, there was elements of kind of like, it's quite thrashy I thought, but elements of like Metallica and Slayer. I'd heard one of the songs I was looking forward to them playing was The Executioner's Axe, and they played that second. In fact, I uploaded the video of that. And yeah, I thought they were reasonable support. They played for about 35 minutes. So the gig itself, in terms of how busy it was, I had looked beforehand and I saw by the ticket sales, I'd gone on to Ticketmaster the night before and I could see there was quite a lot of empty seats. They had the whole third tier closed off and they had the black curtains of shame, as somebody once told it. I think that's quite a funny name. But the black curtains that they pull down basically so that when the band's playing they won't see the empty seats. So there was only about maybe half of the second level filled up. I think they've priced this wrong. I mean, it was 90 quid for a ticket. I think it was 90 quid for standing, and I was 90 quid for the Club Hydro seats, right in the middle, first level of seating. I mean, I know they hadn't played the UK for 20 odd years, but I think this was priced wrong. I think even at £45, like half of it, they might have struggled to fill it. Given the fact a couple of weeks ago that Trivium and Bullet didn't fill the arena, and I thought that was a really appealing show. So they might have been better in a smaller venue. I think it's kind of one of these things in Glasgow. We need an arena that's like maybe 7,500, somewhere in between like the Carlin Academy, SWG3, the Barras and the Hydro. I think there's talk of Edinburgh trying to build a new stadium next to one of the train stations that's going to be about a 7,500 capacity, but my only fear with that is that bands might start going there and not coming to Glasgow, and then we've got the travel to go through. But yeah, one of those. I'll show you some footage that I took of the arena just before Pantera came on, and you'll see, I mean, the actual standing bit was pretty full, and it was just really in the seating bit upstairs. So to the gig itself, so Pantera came on, had a good banner, and then it dropped, and they came on to A New Level, and then the next four out of 5 songs were off the Far Beyond Driven album. You had Becoming, 5 Minutes Alone, I'm Broken, and Strength Beyond Strength. And I thought it was a really, really strong opening to the gig. I thought the crowd was into it. I've seen a lot of comments on my channel, folks saying, oh, it looks like it's dead and this and that. But for every one person that was saying that, there was a whole bunch of people, some people that had been down the front saying it was excellent, and, you know, they thought the atmosphere was great. I mean, personally, obviously, from my vantage point, I could see there was plenty of people jumping up and down to Cowboys from Hell and Walk and loads of other songs. There was people going over the top, crowd surfing, and there's been comments in the chat from people, and yeah, I thought it looked like really good atmosphere, and enjoyed it from my view. Obviously, a lot further away, a few people commenting it was good to see what was going on, because they were just in amongst it with people jumping about and people going over their heads, etc. So I thought it was good. I thought the set list was strong. It was kind of like a greatest hits. It was similar to, I think, their European tour a couple of years ago. I would maybe have changed. I would have liked to have seen Cemetery Gates in there, and maybe not Floods. I'm not a huge fan of that. I understand the reason maybe for playing Floods, because it's a bit slower paced song, and during that song they did roll out footage in the background of Vinnie and Dime in the early days along with the Pantera members. So that was like their kind of tribute to it. So I get it. I'd liked Cemetery Gates as one of my favourite songs, but I think he had issues maybe in singing that. I mean, obviously that's another thing, people going on about his voice. It's not what it is. I mean, Christ, I don't know how old he is. He must be pushing 55 or 60. Like, you know, people age, people's voices deteriorate, like Axl, etc. I don't know what people are expecting, and still expecting like the Pantera of the mid-90s. Like, for me, it didn't detract. As I say, this was one to tick off the list, one that I didn't think would happen, and I thought it was excellent. I thought it was strong set list throughout. It was 14 songs we got. They played for like an hour and a half. So how did they sound? I thought the drummer, Charlie, was really good. I thought Zach and guitar was excellent. I mean, I am not of a music mind that I can play guitar and I would know the difference between one person playing a guitar and another. So that's maybe why it doesn't bother me so much about like other members filling in for the band, because I can't tell the difference so much. So for me, it was great just to get to see them. I thought, as I say, the set was good. It was good to hear Cowboys from Hell and Walk. I thought it was a strong set throughout. The only couple I'd replaced was Floods. Maybe Yesterday Don't Mean Shit at the end. I would have put another couple in for that. But all in all, really pleased that I've seen them because I might not ever get to see them again. And I think the vast majority of people will agree with me, and those that went along seem to have loved it as well. Let me know in the comments if you were there, if you enjoyed the gig, if you think my comments are fair, what you would like to have seen in terms of set list. Is there anything you would have changed? Next up for me, I'm at Made in Scotland this Saturday at the Bungalow in Paisley, and looking forward to that. They're doing stuff from the first two albums, celebrating the life of Paul Di'Anno. Okay, until next time, thanks for watching, and I appreciate your comments.